Good afternoon on what is a warm, bright, but slightly blustery day. It is September the 1st, Thursday, and I've got a nice hot cup of tea. And a parcel to continue unboxing. And what I've got in here is another title for Lamentations of the Flame Princess Weird Fantasy Role-Playing, published by Lamentations of the Flame Princess, and this is Wight Power by Alex Mayo. Now, straight off, the title. Okay, it's a great title. I'm not gonna disagree with that. But you do have kind of a trigger warning there because it's a homophone. It sounds like something else. Wight Power, and again, you don't know whether whether the publisher or the author is being deliberately provocative there. I suspect certainly so, given its Lamentations of the Flame Princess. Even so, I'm not entirely sure this is the right kind of provocative to be, but so strange things are afoot on the Isle of Wight. Now, even then, so that's what strange says there. So even then, okay, you go into another homophone, because what you've got is Wight Power for the undead creature, Wight Power for its potential racist quantities, and then Wight Power for the power that you get on the Isle of Wight, which is a large island off the south coast of England. In fact, it's one of the largest islands, I believe, off the UK. So we're getting into this. Not much to see there. Contents. And I've got an extensive background. An archaeological expedition searching for artifacts between an abandoned abbey has a problem. Two problems, actually. A scholar working the dig has disappeared. One of the mercenaries contracted to provide security has been murdered. Tension between the two groups. Okay, but that's three problems, but who's counting? Means someone from the outside needs to be brought in to investigate. Perfect work for a bunch of money-hungry adventurers with a nose for solving other people's problems. Wouldn't you agree? Wight Power, written by Alex Mayo and lavish with lots of fancy art by Cancelled. Okay. Is an adventure suitable for low-level characters for use to Lamentations of the Flame Princess Weird Fantasy Role-Playing and other traditional role-playing. So you've got another degree of provocation on the back there. Who Cancelled might be? Well, it's possible to give a number of names, but I'm not going to do that. I'll let you form your own opinions, because I don't know. So we go into the background here, describing what's going on. Quite simple, basically illustrations at the moment, and then see if quite a description of, a couple of pages of what's going on, all the way to there, and then you go, what's really going on? So you kind of have a sort of a proper explanation. Then we've got the timeline of events and the NPC. So we have Father Joseph de Verney, the Order of St. Cyprian of Antioch for basic organisation, Alfonso Gutierrez, and each one has got his age, appearance, demeanour, what he wants, what you need to know, and so on, and the stats, and so on. And I have to say, I've got to be honest, I'm not necessarily impressed by the artwork. It's a bit plain, a bit ordinary. It's not really. It is standing out, but it's not particularly enticing. It is bold, it is bright, using very sort of like strong use of colour, but not in an interesting way. So we've got the various NPCs all the way down to the Langsknecht. So their inclusion indicates when this is set, of course, which is the default period for Lamentations of the Flame Princess Weird Fantasy Roleplay, which is the early modern, but the 17th century, the period during the reign of King Charles I, and then the English Civil War, and in Europe the 30 Years' War. So we get on to running the adventure, and details of the Isle of Wight. And here we've got a map of the Solent. So this is taking place on the north side of the island, one facing the coast. So across the Solent you actually have cities of Portsmouth and Southampton, and quite a wide inlet there, the Solent, which is why Southampton is such a big port, and it's certainly where in the past the English Navy was stationed, and it's certainly where the Mary Rose sailed from. So we'll get involved in the adventure, meeting De Verney, what now, dealing with the rising tensions, questioning the factions, finding Ashton's body, and so on, adding complications like the white stuff, happy birthday baby Jesus, I take it this taking place, and the aftermath. So it doesn't actually take place at Christmas, there's something else going on. And then we have maps of the locations. These are quite nice, vibrant, clear and easy to read. So there's the Abbey, description of the Abbey, and so we've got in there the De Verney's tent, and the Langshanks camp, field kitchen, and so on. Cook's tent, supply wagons, and so on. Main stairwell of the Abbey, and then Cuno Chanel's, really, grave. So they've got another terrible pun in there, and the map of the catacombs below. So collapsed tunnels, main vaults, security rooms, clean room. So something definitely weird going on if it requires a clean room in your catacombs. And then we have these figures, whatever they are, something out of another time, another place, of course, and the womb of whatever power lies beneath the Abbey. And then the pagan caverns, because you know, you have the Abbey caverns, the pagan caverns, and more of the victims being possessed, I presume, and then the appendices, effects of being in the womb of whatever is going on underneath the Abbey, and yes, basically we have an embryonic Christ, a new Christ figure, and for the born again Wight, I presume. And then we have Clavis Inferni, the Grimoire of St. Cyprian of Antioch, which is presumably what is being used in order to bring about a new coming, or the second coming, and other details of the Clavius Inferni, including the list of names, embassy names and traits, and so on, for random effects. So everything you essentially need to run Wight Power, and there's a list of music, inspirational music at the end, ranging from you see, nothing. The only thing I really reckon, Diamania Gallus to Motorhead, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, are the only ones I recognise, but then I am no connoisseur of music, and at least it does actually have an appropriate afterword, of which I actually thoroughly, utterly approve, and something vile at the end. So that's the potentially poorly named Wight Power. Now, if you have enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook, please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a parcel, from which I will unbox a book or game and talk about it to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do hit that subscribe button down below. In the meantime, thanks again for watching another unboxing of the Nook. I'm back again soon with another one. Bye for now.